My name is Flo Fu. I'm a musician, director. I love aviation so much. People started to call me AirFlo.
Look forward to seeing you on the AirFlo Airshow channel. See ya.
Let's go.
Hi, Nathan Hammond here at the Sun and Fun Aero Expo at Lakeland, Florida. So as you can see, airplanes, people, we've got it all sitting here. We're about to go fly and go start off the air show here in about an hour. We're gonna go skywrite over top. When we're skywriting, the smoke out of that airplane, we're able to draw letters that are a mile tall, mile wide across the sky. And so you can see it within about 20 miles in any direction of the skywriting. Now today we've got something even special, even more special. As the jumpers are coming out of the airplane, the Titan aerobatic team is going to be circling the jumpers down to start off the show, and then we come in right after Titan aerobatic team. We're going to start doing our low-level aerobatic performance. We're going to have the wingtip smoke on, a little red, white, and blue going on. Pulling 4.5 Gs, -1, ripping and tying and flipping the airplane all over the place. We do a nice, graceful aerobatic routine with this airplane. I fly the de Havilland Super Chipmunk you see sitting here behind me. We call it the Ghostwriter because we're generally up at about 12,000 feet over top of the air show, skywriting over top of the sky, over top of Lakeland, over top of Sun and Fun, or whatever air show. Now it's really loud, it's really busy because we're here with about 50,000 of our best friends. In fact, this airplane taxiing up behind us right now, because this event is the 50th year. It's the one of the great anniversaries of the Sun and Fun Expo. Airplane. So it's a trainer, right? It's a de Havilland Chipmunk, built in 1956. This airplane's got over 10,000 hours on it right now, but it was rebuilt about 5,000 hours ago. So we figure she's still young and fresh and eager to go fly. When we converted it into a Super Chipmunk, we put a Lycoming 540 on the front. So we've got about 350 horsepower on the front. Put a little bit of weight in the tail. We clipped the wings about 6 feet and then reskin the entire aircraft with heavier gauge aluminum to give it the strength it needs to be out there to loop and roll. Now we're no extra, we're no RX, MX like Rob Holland flies. So we try to be graceful with the airplane. It's a ballet. +4, -1. The airplane looks good because it's big in the sky, makes a lot of great noise, and we make a lot of smoke. So you'll see us today flying in the air show. You'll see us over top Sun and Fun here skywriting. And then come tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and Saturday night, you'll see us as part of the finale of the night show, because on the wingtips of this airplane, we strap about 200 pounds of pyro onto the airplane, and we shoot the pyro off as we're going upside down, right side up through the aerobatic box, along with fireworks coming off the ground, pyro. We're going to have some drones. We're going to have some lasers. It is going to be a fantastic show here at Sun and Fun 2024. Look forward to seeing you, and thanks for having me.
So let's find out where the smoke comes from.
So let's talk a little bit more about skywriting. So it all starts with the airplane. We've got a lot of horsepower that gets us up high in the sky, and we make a lot of heat with the engine. With all that heat that's coming out the exhaust, we take a high paraffin smoke oil, something like pure white smoke oil, and we inject it straight into the exhaust. So it comes right into that exhaust right there. And so When that oil is injected into the exhaust, it doesn't burn because all the oxygen was used up in the engine, so it vaporizes. Smoke oil expands about 800 times, so 1 cubic inch of oil becomes 800 cubic inches of smoke in the sky. We're flowing about 2 gallons a minute to make the volume of smoke we need. And so when we're up in the sky, our letters are going to be, a mile tall and probably about 5 miles wide when we're writing a message such as Sun and Fun 50 over top. Now during the air show, we add a little bit of extra to the airplane. So we've got the white smoke coming out of the nose of the airplane, but on our wingtips, on our hard points, we add some extra smoke here to the wingtips. So we've got blue on this side, we've got red on the other side, so that as we're flying through the sky, we look like a candy cane ribbon of red, white, and blue.
Press a button, right?
Yep.
Then the smoke come out.
Yep. So the smoke has we're electrically controlled on the wingtip smoke here. So I select whichever circuit I need, and I can fire them independently. Generally, we shoot them all off at the same time. And then for the smoke in the coming out of the engine, the white smoke, it's a trigger switch. So I can turn the smoke on and I can turn the smoke off. And so that's how we're able to write things, by turning the smoke on, turning the smoke off. With the wingtip smoke, it's on and there's no turning it off. So you got to do it right the first time.
Put the fireworks on the wingtip.
That's right.
A Wednesday night, right?
Yep. So we use these same hard points. We take this mount off, and you can see how we've got the extended hard points here. We've got the same connector, and that allows us to put our fireworks on. So that fireworks box sticks out here, about that tall, about that far out. You'll be able to see that on Wednesday night. And like I said, that's about 100 pounds each on each wingtip out here of Pyrotechnics.
So I have a question about the fireworks.
Sure.
Is that special? Do you use special fireworks on the airplane?
We do. We have to get custom-made fireworks made here in the United States that actually fit on the airplane here. It's not like we can just go out there and buy stuff off the side of the road. So, yep, we have to have special-made, close proximity fireworks, because the last thing you want it to do is explode on the wingtip. So I got started in aerobatics because of my father. He was an airshow pilot before me, and he was also a skywriter. And so every time he talked about skywriting or aerobatics, I was always ears open, mouth shut, and listened and soaked it up as much as I could. Went out and got some aerobatic instruction so that I wasn't going to hurt myself or hurt the airplane. But the skywriting is kind of one of those deals where you just have to learn how to do it, kind of by going out and pulling the trigger. So I got the phone call on a Thursday that said, hey, you got to go skywrite on Saturday. You better go practice. Friday I went out, put up 4 letters. It worked good. And then Saturday morning I was over top the Atlanta Motor Speedway skywriting for 150,000 of my best friends down there. It's a magic trick. It gets handed down from one pilot to the next. There's about 4 or 5 of us in the U.S., probably a dozen skywriters in the world that do it professionally, and before I'm done, I'll pass it on to the next pilot. So the magic trick is always out there for the people.
It's working like a mirror way.
Exactly. So when you're skywriting, one of the things you have to remember is, where's your crowd? They're underneath of you. So when you're writing, everything's upside down and backwards. Now on top of that, you need to think about where the wind's blowing, because you want the message to be over top of your crowd and not the next county over. And then even more importantly, you need to think about where the sun is. You don't want your crowd staring at the sun. So there's a lot that goes on in your mind while you're skywriting, and there's no computer. It's all right up here, and you only get one shot, because if you mess up, everybody sees it. Oh, I got everybody beat then, right?
And how do you practice? You know what I mean?
So unfortunately, we really don't get to practice much, because whenever you're practicing, you're still on stage. Everybody can see you. So what we end up doing is find it early in the morning before anybody's awake. We'll hop out and go practice and make sure that we've got the airplane all set, make sure the smoke system's set correctly, and then after that, it's you're on stage. Unfortunately, it's kind of like shooting fireworks off. Either it works or it doesn't.
Right.
So we'll preload it, usually the day or so before. We'll lay out the racks. We get the pyro order beforehand, and Nate has a system set up for each pyro. There are certain gerbs or squid. They all go in their particular order, so Nate kind of gives me the instruction. I load it how he needs to, and he usually does the wiring last minute, so that way he knows exactly what channel to use to set the fireworks off. But yeah, I just do kind of all the dumb work for him, make sure so that way he can just go in there quick and finish it off, and he knows where everything is and where it needs to go. Afterwards, we'll strip it down, kind of give it a good wash. This the day show smoke is a little hard to come off, so as you can see, there's a little bit of residue left on, but we'll use gloves and try and just wipe it down afterwards. Once it's wired up internally, we just plug it into the airplane, and the airplane's got a little selector switch for each channel, and then he has just a toggle or a momentary button that he'll push to fire the fireworks off.
When is your show?
So we fly today at 1:19. 1:19 we dive into the box.
You think aerobatic is the most fun thing you can do with your clothes on?
I'm addicted. F that he's just started.
Oh, he started the app. I like it.